If you have Pluto or Scorpio in your 8th house, this means that you have a very high sex drive and anger issues. But whether you've acknowledged these aspects of your personality and integrated them, we don't know. That's the main lesson when it comes to this placement. These people tend to have a very high sex drive and anger issues. However, due to the societal norms, and on top of that, 8th house is a natural house of Pluto, natural house of Scorpio, which represents taboo, sex, death, rebirth, transformation. You may avoid, and not integrate these aspects of your shadow, which is, high sex drive. If you think that's taboo, if you've seen how people reacted to you, you may completely reject that part of you, or come up with tactics as a way to control or rather restrict those behaviors, those desires, to express anger. Sometimes healthy anger, these people may not be able to express, because remember, Pluto is all about extremes. There's no balance. You're either going to completely throw tantrums, or you are going to keep everything inside of yourself and bury your emotions. Then it won't make you feel good. You will not be happy on the outside. As a result, your worldview, the way you view, perception of the world may become very dark and negative, and that's not good. We need to avoid that by finding a balance, by acknowledging these shadows of our personalities and integrating them. If they are not integrated, then you may be projecting them onto other people, especially if your Pluto is badly aspected. You may be projecting, your insecurities onto other people, or if you don't acknowledge or integrate these shadows, you may meet people with these qualities. Sex, intimacy is a big one for this placement. Do not repress how you feel. Pluto is an underworld regardless. Crisis situations are going to come into your life, and you got to use it as a way to transform your psyche, how you see the world, okay? And usually these people, they yearn for this intimacy. They want to transform through sexual intercourse. And also it's important to not, trust just everyone, because you need something deep, and not everyone has this placement. These people may be very selective with who they jump into bed with. They may also have memorable experiences, sexual experiences that they can't replace. So Pluto in the 8th house, means that the relationships that these people are attracted to, or the people, the partners, are very unconventional, very dark, and very, bad, like bad boy, bad girl type. So these people need intense relationships. They need intense emotions. They do need arguments, and that intensity is usually mitigated and balanced through sex, and that's the best way to go about it. Pluto in the 8th, they do need to argue and have sex, argue and intimacy, argue, intimacy. Not to constantly argue only, but they do love that, the drive it gives them. Relationships also involve power struggles, who is more powerful and more controlling in relationships, because, both may want to control relationships, and all may be happening on the subconscious level, not even be voiced out by either partners. It may be just like buried somewhere in their subconscious mind, and this way they trigger another person to act uncontrollably. Let's go back to the anger issues. If these people repress their anger issues, their sex drive, they're going to be very unhappy. They're going to act uncontrollably and act crazy from time to time. So it's important not to explode by, repressing, not voicing your true feelings. It's important to be straightforward with this placement. Partnerships may also involve emotional or even physical violence, breaking the taboos. It may get ugly too. Lots of work. Relationships usually require for this placement a lot of work. If you're truly connected with a person, if you're truly on the same page, then yeah, you can work on relationships. But if they're not on the same level, they're not wanting the same things, they don't have the same priorities, then you will not be happy. You will not be able to reach the end reality with them. You will not. You will just drive yourself crazy. Relationships may be tragic, may involve death, may involve some torture even, like, dark stuff, evil stuff. It's all about Pluto, and my husband has this placement. And sometimes he tells me, like, the thoughts that he has, he's scared. The relationships are very transformative, and the people that Pluto or Scorpio in the 8th house meet either tend to change them in some way, or they may believe in something that Pluto or Scorpio in the 8th house don't necessarily believe in. So they may have completely opposing beliefs, and that very thing may change their psyche. So the people that Pluto or Scorpio in the 8th house tend to meet have completely different belief system, value system, which as a result may completely change their life, your life, and vice versa. You may change other people's lives. The people you meet, your partners, the people you come in contact with change without you even knowing. You subconsciously do affect them. Your destructive nature, your way of living and way of vibrating in the world affects your partner as well, affects their life and their choices. These people may not be afraid of death, or they may play with it. They may put themselves in dangerous situations as a way to experience this ecstasy, free-flowing state that they are going after. At the same time, they have this free-flowing state within to come back home, to dissolve all the boundaries, between people, especially partners, romantic partners, to remove all these boundaries and restrictions and to just vibe, to connect. But trust issues may be in the way. They may love risk and putting themselves in dangerous situations. However, at the same time, they may be very scared of death. I'm sure we all have these thoughts, right? Dark thoughts, but we try to repress them. However, I've noticed some people have it more frequently than others, and this is a frequent placement. These people may also love the secrets of nature and may understand the subtle forces that run this reality, this world, the unseen, the hidden, and this helps them to also, manipulate these subtle forces. I mean, if they are tapped in with their intuition, they may manipulate these subtle forces and influence outcomes in their realities or in other people's lives. This is how powerful this placement is, but it's also destructive because Pluto is very destructive, and wherever it's placed, it's gonna, show you the signs of destruction. And with this placement, it's all about destructing oneself or other people, or so oneself if you repress these two things that I mentioned, which is your sex drive and your anger issues. You have to navigate through these two. You have to work on them. You have to accept that they're a part of who you are, and try to balance, try to do practices of meditation so that you can release it. But I hope you like this video. Please follow me if you do, and I will see you in my next one.